What is up, guys? Welcome on into Pickswise Playbook Week 14 Thursday Night Football Preview. That's Tank Williams. That's Jared Smith. I'm Lauren Jabara. Let's get into it. We have the Raiders in LA taking on the Rams. The Raiders laying 5.5 points here. Total set at 44.5. The Week 14 kicking off for us, and the Raiders now have 3 wins in a row, 2 in overtime, and then they took down the Chargers last week. Devontae Adams had himself a game, 177 yards with 2 touchdowns. Now the Rams, they gave up a late score and lost to the Seahawks. John Wolford under center with Matthew Stafford out. He was 14 of 26, 178 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Tank, the Raiders have figured it out. Can they keep it going, get 4 wins in a row this week against the Rams, who are struggling this season?
Yeah, it's crazy. The Vegas are one of those Jerry heaters, like we talked about on the other show. And I mean, will it really stop against the Los Angeles Rams? I doubt it does, but will they be able to cover -5.5? I'm not sure about that either. Like the Rams play a good Seattle Seahawks team pretty close last week. It took Geno Smith having some last minute heroics. And like we talked about, I mean, I'm not sure if we mentioned in this one, but like DK Metcalf had over 100 receiving yards, and then Tyler Lockett had over 100 receiving yards too. Both of them had touchdowns, and so when you look at that, like I feel like Devontae Adams is set up to have another big game against these Los Angeles Rams. But the key thing to me is that he's not going to play. But I wonder, like, what the effect of like Baker Mayfield coming to town is going to do for this team. Will it be like a distraction that allows the Raiders to kind of take advantage of the Rams and actually cover, or will it be something that's motivating for the Rams? I have no clue, but I know that I don't really trust the Rams offense with John Wolford and whoever else they're lining up. Van Jefferson on the outside. Cam Akers had a couple touchdowns last week. So, I mean, I guess that's promising for the Rams, but I really don't see a good outcome for this one. Like, if I had to lean anything in this one, it would probably be the under, maybe because I'm not expecting too much from the Rams offense, even though they scored about 20 points or so against the Seahawks. But I know one thing for sure, even though Vegas has been pulling out wins, I really don't trust them to cover. So, more than anything else, it could be a stay away, but if there's any lane for me, it's the under.
Rams in the middle of a 6-game losing skid, Jared. Does that continue this week against the Raiders, who are red hot?
I'm really mad at the Rams front office for pulling in Baker this week. I thought this was a really good spot to bet the Rams until the Baker news. I honestly, I really, the Raiders coming off of a really emotional win, and you get them on the road on a short week. We'll see what Josh Jacobs' status is. He almost didn't play last week, right? Because of the calf injury, ends up playing, has a great game. And I was like, yeah, this is a really good spot to take almost a full touchdown with the Rams. I know the Rams are also coming off a tough divisional game, but I thought that game, Raiders-Chargers, like that kind of felt like a playoff game, right? And, the Raiders pulled it out, and it was a playoff game last year when they faced off in Week 18. And, that's a really heated rivalry now, too, especially with both teams definitely in contention. I was like, yeah, this is a Rams defense that I think can at least hold the boat, hold the dam long enough to cover 6. But now with Baker, like, I have no idea what the vibe is going to be this week with this Rams team. And schematically, I mean, who knows what Sean McVay is going to do? Like, there's a lot, and he's going to start this week. Like, he's going to learn the whole playbook in 4 days. Like, how much can he possibly absorb in 4 days to be ready to play a football game when you've got check with me's and hot routes and all the, the audibles and all the things that are in a Sean McVay offense? I just don't understand how he comes in sight unseen and is able to run anything efficiently. And that being said, also, he's been awful all year, even in an offense that he knew. So I just because of the nature of the Baker Mayfield status here, I think this game is a complete throwaway. But it's really a shame because I thought the Rams had some home value as a dog on Thursday night with Wolford, who, wasn't great, but definitely didn't throw the game away. I think a couple of interceptions, one of them wasn't his fault, but I think they were in that game and they had a chance to win. They just came out on the wrong side of it. And now you get the Baker news and it's just, this game's trash.
It's trash that kicks off Week 14
Tell us how you really
5
feel.
weeks left in the regular season. Starting with the trash and ending with the flowers on Sunday and Monday. Why not? That's it for us today, guys. Make sure to tune in to Pickswise Playbook Week 14. Tank Williams, Jared Smith, Lauren Jabara. We'll see you.